Good day, human Latiosites. This is Latios Azurill, and welcome to an all-new series of Pokemon ROM hack reviews, where I give you guys some information about certain ROM hacks I have played through, especially why I go back to them or stay the hell away from them. Please note that there will likely be spoilers in order to express a thorough analysis of the changes made in the games, and that this is about as subjective as it gets. So, feel free to give your opinions of these games in the comments below. Today, I'll be reviewing a modded version of Pokemon Fire Red called Pokemon Dragon World. At first, I found this game and thought it sounded awesome. I mean, come on, a world of dragons? That just sounds like an explosion of power. I started playing, and within the first minute, I knew it was going to be flawed. First of all, the game wasn't even fully in English. I'm pretty sure half of it was in Vietnamese. However, I have no problem with someone making a Vietnamese game. But if you're going to do that, at least keep it consistent! Most of the game was still in English. Talk about lazy translating. Well, at least the story was new and improved from Fire Red. Not. The story wasn't even changed. I can count the differences between Fire Red and Dragon World with my fingers on one hand. A cool effect they were going for was starting the game in bed rather than in front of the television set in your room, I can only assume, which is trivial but a cool effect. The only problem was they couldn't even get that right. They were 2 tiles off and didn't even fix that. You're standing diagonally underneath to the left of your bed facing the back of the room. Makes absolutely no sense. But on the bright side, you at least get a different starter than usual, which is sure to be a first stage pseudo, so at least you can have fun learning how to train your dragon. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This game is called Dragon World, and your starter is a Pichu, Cleffa, or Igglybuff? I don't hate these Pokemon at all. In fact, Pichu is one of my favorites, but in a game called Dragon World, what the hell was the maker thinking? I mean, seriously, what? A better name for this game would probably be Pokemon Half-Assed Indecision Bullshit, since the maker couldn't seem to decide on anything. The Npc Sprites in this game were also awesome, considering the fact that they're not even finished. Now, there does seem to be a reason that they named it Dragon World, though, but it's not really a good one. On Route 24, there's a new cave. Only it's not a cave, which makes no sense as is, but since this is Pokemon where a level 100 Pikachu can lose to level 5 Snivy, I'm not gonna overthink this. This exterior cave entrance sends you out of another cave, for some reason, into a world where you're surrounded by water. Again, for some reason. Once you have Surf, I guess, you can go explore this area, which I'm led to believe is the Dragon World. If this is the Dragon World, then why is the game named after one new location in it? Wouldn't the title imply the whole frickin' game is in this so-called Dragon World? It's not like Pokemon Platinum is called Pokemon Distortion World. Come on! Furthermore, the actual name of this Dragon World isn't even Dragon World, and is separated into 2 different sections to allow more wild Pokemon encounters. At least you can find some wild dragons here to... What? You've gotta be kidding me. I like Kyogre and all, but when I read this is a Dragon World, I expect to find a world of frickin' dragons, not an area with practically every single legendary Pokemon regardless of type. Every other wild Pokemon is even a frickin' glitched question mark thing. To make things even more interesting, there are even sprites for stationary legendary Pokemon here, which aren't even dragons, but I digress. When I tried to interact with them, the game frickin' crashed. I turned the game back on, but what's the point? Aside from a few minor aesthetic overworld changes, this new train wreck of a new area, and half a language change, this is just Fire Red, but overblown and lame. If you've never played this game, consider yourself luckier than me, but feel free to check it out for yourself at your own risk. I mean, they didn't even change the frickin' title screen. Come on. The worst thing about the game is that the idea behind it was actually cool, but the execution deserves its own execution. That is, if the game doesn't kill me first. While I don't hate the game completely, it would be a disservice to the world to write it off as a particularly good one. But hey, crap needs to exist in order to be able to distinguish what really is good. That said, I'm Latios Azubril, and I review it so you don't go through shit. Goodbye.